Hello, dear Eurovision friends. This is Tatiana Spiteri of Blogovision. I'm happy to see you here again, watching my reactions to the selections of different countries for Eurovision in Liverpool. Now, today we're looking at Marco Mengoni, the representative from Italy, from Sanremo, the winner of Sanremo 2023, which has been a long national selection. As usual, Sanremo is this huge thing, every pre-selection is like 4 or 5 hours long with a lot of national performances, and I didn't follow all that. All I just want to see is who has won, what he's got to offer, and hey, we already know the name of Marco Mengoni. He participated in Eurovision. Yes, my parrot remembers that. He participated in Eurovision 2013 with the song L'Essenziale. And took the 7th place, which is a very decent place if you ask me. Not every musician gets to, first of all, go to Eurovision again, and second, to get such a high position on from the first attempt, which means the second attempt might exceed or be somewhere around the same position. But let's see, maybe Mengoni has, matured on a personal vocal level. His previous performance was very static, was very like soldier, sort of a, a bit of a lamppost kind of statue, So I would like him to relax just a little bit more. I would like him to show that he belongs, to the stage, that he has this sort of unbeatable, irresistible charisma, and I would just want to see him, being himself, not thinking about Eurovision or anything. One big thing, though, I know that Marco, since he won Sanremo, actually first doubted he would go to represent Italy at Eurovision, because in Italy, Sanremo is the biggest thing. Going to represent the country is that's a different story, that's sort of an addition to the win of the biggest national music festival. But he also thinks about changing the song. He's thinking about changing Vite, the song that has won Sanremo Festival, to something more, fitting the time limit, because for now, the song that he's won with is much longer than it's supposed to be. Eurovision has a limit of 3 minutes. That's it. You cannot exceed it. But is it really the song that should be left and sort of, should they make it more compact? Should they make it more laconic, fitting this 3-minute frame? Or should it simply be another song? They still have 1 month to decide what to do, right? Because final submissions have to be announced by mid-March. And we're looking at it in mid-February right now. So Marco and Italy have still got time to make their final decision. But let's take a look. This is Blogovision. Let's go! I'm rubbing my hands. Gonna watch Marco Mengoni and Vite. People are screaming so much already in the audience. That's promising. Soft beginning, beautiful light. Oh, the stage in Sanremo was awesome. Very soulful as usual for Marco. Wow, such sensitive vocals, very likable guy. He shows Italian in such a nice way, like you fall in love with Italian language over and over again. Wow, this intense manner of singing is different from what he gave the audience in Eurovision 2013. And then this beautiful high pitches. Oh, look at him smiling. It's like when Mahmoud is so serious, Mahmoud. And then he suddenly smiles, and all fans go, oh. And the articulation is so clear as well that you simply want to have your ears, like this, listening to his voice. It's still static, it's still just him and the mic, and very little happening, not many gestures, which is not typical of Italians. There are a few, but it's sort of, well, he's not gonna dance on stage, what do you think? Beautiful, soft ending to the verse, and sort of waiting for the second verse to commence keeps you, anticipating what's next, what's next. Very kind of, he's not afraid to be emotional, very sensitive, very a bit shaky, but in a nice way vocals. Just he's giving it himself, all of himself to Italy, to Sanremo. Beautiful. I don't even know what it's about. Viva la musica, like, yeah. Pretty much just loving music, songs, what music brings us. And that's what Eurovision is about. Music bringing people together and uniting us all. Oh wow, my parrot came out to see what's happening, so he's also into Marco's song. Laura, you like it now? Laura? It's building very nicely. I like, and again this moment, like abrupt, and then the culmination. He goes into scream, but it fits him. That's the passion. Yes, Viva la musica or whatever he's singing. Yeah, just like. You know what I mean? You mean sleepy? So abrupt, going from this high pitches and culmination and to suddenly. Oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful performance. So emotional that it's like you cannot take both your eyes and ears of what's going on. I still want, of course, the show, we're Eurovision fans, we want the show, we want the fireworks, we want some, jumping woman into the arms of another man where they meet up and so on. Even though the song is not probably about relationships per se, it's more like about the force of music and, how it helps you live, probably survive through the tough days. At least that's how I feel it. It's kind of already enough, just him actually standing with the mic. Just, I would want it, of course, a bit more, like volume, not just in the voice. The voice has everything in it. Just a bit of the surrounding sort of beauty so that we are more immersed into the atmosphere. In fact, the stage in Liverpool will be amazing. This will have this intimate, close feeling. It's more like a box and you're like in a cinema, sort of cinema effect theater atmosphere. And this will really stand out. I have a hard time placing it somewhere in the final of Eurovision, and Italy doesn't have to go to the semi-finals. It's the big 5 countries, so it's already in the final. But my final thoughts are that it's a very decent entry. I totally understand why it won Sanremo. I think the audience of Eurovision will love it too. Italy usually has a lot of people voting for them in Eurovision, a lot of countries. So altogether, also easily a jury favorite, one of jury favorites for sure. Italy never disappoints, with the vocalists, at least from what I can remember. Yeah, tell me last time the jury didn't like the entry from Italy. I find hard time remembering, not in the last 3, 4, 5 years. Overall will be a very decent result. I'm looking at, I can hardly actually say what's going to happen. There's so much yet to come in Eurovision 2023 in terms of national submissions, but this is already a strong entry, and I would be looking at least, close to top 10, either somewhere 5th to 10th spot, yeah, more or less. So maybe Marco is looking at a similar placing, a similar position in the end. But that's what I think. I want to know your thoughts. What did you think of him before Sanremo 2023? Did you like his previous Eurovision performance? Do you totally not remember it and maybe you only formed your opinion based on this performance? But I've enjoyed it, my parrot has enjoyed it, and I think Italy has done a great job at Sanremo 2023. And if you think I've done a great job as well, please give me a like, subscribe and follow me. And Blogovision here for you.